Well, hi there folks, it's Matt Hayson here looking at everything going down in and around the property market this week. Now, it was the shortened week because of the Anzac Day holiday period, so we saw fewer properties going under the hammer across Sydney, just under 950. But again, according to SQM research, this auction clearance rate remains firmly anchored close to 50%. That would suggest to us that the market remains very delicately poised between buyers and sellers. Now, your C-grade property, in our view, that's in favour of buyers and their negotiation strength there. It's the A-grade properties which are really pushing the prices. They're selling well above the reserve or very quickly when they come to market. Now, everything in between, though, is a very evenly matched negotiation between buyers and sellers. And in our view, that makes up really largely 80% of the market at the moment. Now, according to CoreLogic data, we close off the month of April seeing modest price gains in Sydney of just 0.4%. Pretty hard to see that play out in real time in the market, but which suggests it's the A-grade properties which are really pushing that price forward. Everything else is probably fairly stable at the moment. Now, speaking of stable, we are entering a very stable period for the market. There's no school holidays, no public holidays in sight, so that should see a pretty even rhythm return to the market. But we're also approaching the cooler months of the year, so it's likely that supply and demand will tighten up a little bit, and that will probably tip in favour of sellers. So now what we're looking at as we move into the cooler months of the year is overall market sentiment and buyer confidence. The cash rate conversation is a key driver behind that, and as we all know, that's very much up in the air. Last week, inflation data came through higher than expected, and as a result, Warren Hogan from Judo Bank came out and suggested that the RBA will be forced to lift the cash rate 3 times to 5.1% to close off the year. He found a little bit of support in a great economist in Christopher Joy, who also suggested with sticky inflation that the RBA will have to look at lifting the cash rate as well. However, following that data, retail data came through and that was absolutely smashed, and that tilted the favour back in the sense that the cash rate move will be to cut before the close of the year. Now, the nation's biggest lender, CBA, they've pivoted and re-updated their forecast for the cash rate, suggesting that they're no longer forecasting 3 cash rate cuts this year. They've now downgraded that to 1 cash rate cut in November. And most of the markets are betting in that as well, suggesting that the cash rate's going to remain higher for longer, but the next move from the RBA will be indeed to cut the cash rate. So that leads us in this weekend, folks, where we have a very spectacular home coming to market at 28 Bertram Street in Mortlake. Now, this is a stunning home, timeless elegance and quality. Our client, in collaboration with Vic Lake Architects, has really curated our most sophisticated and elegant residence, and you'll have to see it to really absorb and feel this home. Your senses, they're going to be tested. It's going to absolutely warm the heart, and in my view, very good buying at $4.5 million guide there. And for access, you need to speak to Ben Southwell from our Annandale office, and really this is a home that you do need to get out and make an effort to go and view. So folks, that's what's going down in and around the property market this week. We've got some spectacular homes being offered and listed this weekend, and our entire team looks forward to seeing you out and about. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next week.